All right. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the quick interruption there. Okay, time to sage again. So, anyways, so when with this lawsuit thing so I just gave you guys basically the tools how to handle lawsuits in this reality. So, or anything that has to do with court and getting into like what I call trouble or unwellness in this reality. So you want to clear out your stuff in reference to this, ask God for what you want, which is the best outcome from love, and be specific about what you want, okay? So you don't have and clear all your fears, because that's what's going to cause you to dwell on the unwellness, and your fears are going to cause you to lose the case or not have a positive, healthy outcome for you. And that's not what you want. Do you see what I'm saying? So, this said, this is how you handle it. And as you can see, I'm pretty angry about the whole situation. I've since calmed down a little bit. However, in my people space, it's okay to be angry. It is okay when people come to you and they do you wrong, but it has to be a positive, healthy, angry. Ask God that you feel it and you let it go from love for you in the healthiest, best way. So you don't want to dwell on it because you're angry about it. You're just going to bring it to God, and from love, you're going to allow love energy to take care of it with you. Okay. And that's what you asked for. And thank you, God, for that for me. Okay. So again, I'm getting all this energy off of me because I just had somebody come into my office here. And so I want to just be free of all of that. So remember, when you have a court case, that's what you're going to do. You're going to pray on everything from the moment you get a summons or whatever the issue is. Same thing with tickets and dealing with police or any kind of legal stuff. You want to ask God for what you want to happen. You want to clear your blocks. You want to make sure that you know what is going on, and you work with universe and create your reality and clear and heal and change. And anything you don't know how to create and do, you ask God that you do. You ask Spirit for all the answers from love. Okay. So this is the formula. And you also ask that you're in a healthy space emotionally, so when you get all wild with your anger, you're like, whoa, you got to pull your shit together from love. And if you don't know how to, you ask God that you do. You ask God to calm you down. Then you can use tools like sage to get other people's unwell energy off of you, and essential oils like Young Living. Lavender is great to help to calm you down as well. So there's lots of tools you can use in earth world reality, as well as stones too. Okay. To get to help and assist you for calming, as well. Let me just tell me, what they're telling me is amethyst is good to get people's energy off, as well as black tourmaline gets electronics energy and that kind of machine energy off of you, electronic type energy off of you, as well as there's other stones as well for peace and calming. Selenite is really good for that. Calming is what they're telling me. So all of these things can help and assist you with all of this stuff that we're talking about today, because we went from names to working with this lawsuit or these cases that when we get addressed with law in this earth world reality, and when we have challenges here, so when somebody brings up a lawsuit against you, and in this particular case, it's like a civil suit for money, and this apparently happened because there's a disagreement between me and or somebody else, and the person ultimately doesn't want to do the right thing from love, and so communications have broken down, and that's okay. It's not my problem if you can't talk to me, but it becomes an issue if you bring it to court because you're having a problem dealing with my energy, because I'm going to go to source and I'm going to take it right to that space. When that happens, I have all the power always. Everybody has all the power from love, and he who vibrates in the highest space of love energy with God and works from that space always is going to have the greatest outcome no matter what happens. Okay. So this is what I teach. This is what I do. This is all part of enlightenment, the spiritual journey, and the space that you want to be in with God. So no matter what kind of bullshit lawsuits, and the more successful you become, or the more people think you have great things, or whatever people's weirdo shit is, they're going to come at you and they're going to try to, sue you for this or take you for this and do this, because people are super unwell. And this is another reason why you want to bring it to God always, because you have all the power that is love energy. You create your reality, you clear your fears, you work with universal law, and then you won't have a lawsuit or an issue. So I didn't want to go get an attorney, really. I wanted to handle this myself, but as my experiences of real world situations, the person that I'm having this issue with doesn't want to deal with me. They're having a problem with my energy, okay? And that's okay for them, but now they've gone to court because they can't talk and they're having communication on wellness, because really this could be resolved simply, just take your product back and let's do a money exchange. But they don't want to go there. They want to do something else based on the unwellness of their soul and their righteousness and their bullshit. All right. And of course, you make damn well sure, like I do when I'm talking to you about this stuff, because if I am this teacher, then I bring everything to God and I make sure that I know what the fuck I'm talking about to protect me, to come from love with me and have the best outcome from love for me and all from love. Okay. But I'm going to take, this is the way for everybody to handle things, so that in earth world reality, all because everyone says, well, this is the law. Fuck the law. Really? Really? This is the law? Sometimes the law doesn't come from up here. And when that happens, and always in whatever situation, you have to come from the highest form of love energy in this reality. Now, it doesn't mean like I just said, fuck the law. If the law is unwell, it's a spade is a spade. The law is unwell. Okay? But in this case, this person can't communicate with me anymore. So they've taken it to the next level. Instead of just talking to me, returning my calls or whatever, they've decided to go to court with the issues that is going on. And it clearly, it's an unwell if you can't talk to me and come from love and communicate with me, right? So when that happens, I know this is bullshit, and this is why I say fuck that law, because it's not well. It's not well, because there's so many things and factors that play into this. But with the power of God, love energy, I can clear and heal and change and work and do anything. And this is exactly what I'm going to do with love, because in this space of love energy, we have all the power when we're standing in it and we do our stuff. Okay. So the other reason I want to talk to you about this with lawsuits and everything, and I also want to make it clear to you too, that when you pick out an attorney, it is very important that you take a look at their name. We talked about names. Names is energy. This is all part of this segment as well. Okay. So if I have an attorney whose name is, Robert Bear, okay, then I know the guy's going to be a bear. Spirit will talk to me. They will tell me, okay. Bear is nature. They can be ferocious, all right. So Spirit will talk to me and they will tell me about the name, but you feel the energy by what it actually is. Think about what it is. Oh, a bear is actually a bear, right? Can be fierce, huge, a force to be reckoned with. Nature, power of God. So if I have an attorney who is Robert Bear, that's a good thing. If I have an attorney whose last name is, let's see, give me another name besides that. I'm asking God for some good names here to explain this to you. And thank you, God, for this for me. The equivalent of that name, just different. Okay. All right. So let's go into this. So if I have an attorney named Bear, this is a good thing. Okay. And you ask God and you feel out the energy if you don't know how to read it and you're not sure. Another good attorney name would be Broom. If somebody has a name like Paul Broom. Okay. So Paul is a very old world name. It comes from Celtic times, has a lot of old world energy. Now, all of this is all channeled stuff that Spirit brings to me to help and assist me and you and our teachings and working and living in practical spirituality with law of universe. Okay. So if the guy's last name is Broom, all right, just like one of my people called me up and she said, oh, my attorney's last name is Broom. And she's going through a divorce issues. So she says, is he a good attorney? And that's the very first thing I said to her. I said, what's his last name? And I said, what is his name? And I can't remember what she said his name was, but I do remember the last name. And she said, oh, it's Broom. And I said, no problem. I said, Spirit is telling me he's going to clean up for you. Okay. So, all right. So let's say my attorney here, his last name might be, and in this particular case, it's Dunn, okay? So I asked Spirit, I'm like, okay, so this guy's last name is Dunn, and what Spirit says to me, you go with this guy, he's going to get the job done. So what do? I don't listen to what everybody else tells me about their attorneys and their shit and their stuff. I bring it right to source. God, is this the best attorney for me to handle my case? They're going, yep. You know that it is. They're like, if we're telling you that, So, all right. So these are some really good examples. If you have, let's say you have a name even that sounds like, powerless or nut job, or crazy man, or, whatever the name is. Remember, all of these names mean something, and think about what they mean. What do we use these words for in society? What is their primary meanings, their secondary meanings, all the different variations, the intent that goes behind it tells you everything about the energy in this. Like let's say I have an attorney whose name is Psych. John Psych. Well, I can either get psyched or maybe he's a psycho. Do you see what I'm saying? So this gives you a really good idea, okay, about energy in names, okay? Now, all these names that I'm giving you are not real, actual people, okay? So just to give you a heads up, we're not saying anything about attorneys and all the legal crap that goes on with that, but to give you an idea, okay, this is how you read that energy, okay? So you read the energy into it, and it's to assist you. Spirit is giving me these names to assist you, to explain to you what is in a name, okay? What is in a name. So the attorney that I have is clearly going to get the job done for me. And thank you, God, for that for me from love. The best situation, the best outcome for both of us. And then I'm going to ask that for whatever the amount of money that I would like to pay, and being in a positive, healthy money space and attorney space, and taking care of all of this. So all of this comes down to working with spirit, reading energy, so the attorneys and this whole situation with law. So we're doing a law clip and we're doing names. So when you read somebody's name and let's say let's say in the case of somebody you want to date, my name is John Loveheart, or his name is John Loveheart. Well, then is he in his love heart? Okay, is that where he is? Is he in his heart, in his love heart?